Hi, everyone. How are you all doing today? I hope you are well. I bet a lot of you are busy having your spring break right now. How wonderful is that? A break from school. Yippee! I bet it's wonderful. And it's so nice outside. The flowers are blooming. Wouldn't you agree? And we've got, the birds are tweeting in the yards, and the bunnies are hopping around, chasing each other. Spring, what a magical season. Well, I have some new friends here with me today. We are all getting ready for Easter coming up soon. We have our little duckling and our bunnies. And who are these guys? These are squishmallows. Is that right? Is that what they're called? Yeah, so they're joining us today for our Bible story. Wow, I looked this up and we're in chapter 17. My goodness. Well, let's get started. Chapter 17 is called The Kingdoms Fall. Let's see what's going to happen to the kingdom. We've got Israel and Judah. Now let's see what's going on. Our Bible quote is from Jeremiah. Let's see what it says. I know the plans I have for you, announces the Lord. I want you to enjoy success. I do not plan to harm you. I will give you hope for years to come. Well, that sounds very, very good. I like that. God has good plans for you and for me. All right. God has tried everything to get his people to listen, to be sorry for the things they have done wrong, and to return to loving him. But everything has failed. We know that after hearing all these stories, those people just would not listen. But, it says God could not. He could not continue to bless his people while they disobeyed him. The covenant, do you know what that word means? Covenant? It means promise. So the promise was broken and could not be repaired. God had to punish the people. Then he would rebuild and restore his people, and then he would give them hope and a future. Wow. I wonder what we're going to read about, the punishment or the hope and the future. Let's see. Here we have, it says, prophet of tears, prophet of hope. So I guess maybe we'll read about both. Let's see. Over here it says, sparks flew from the burning temple. Citizens ran screaming through the streets. Children wailed for their parents, and soldiers dragged the king and his officers to the outskirts of Jerusalem. The great city was suffering. The Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar and his army had swept through the town like an angry whirlwind, and the Babylonian soldiers did their job, destroying everything in their path, capturing the people, eating their food, and scaring the children and the elderly. When the chaos, the craziness settled down, Jerusalem was ruined. Jerusalem was empty and scorched. The city walls were broken down, and smoke rose from the smoldering houses. Ooh, that's the tears. The Babylonian army came and destroyed Jerusalem. Let's see, over here, we're over here. Can you see this page? What does it say? It says, "And on a nearby hill stood old Jeremiah, the prophet," another messenger of God, "and he was shedding tears for the city." Oh, he loved the city of Jerusalem. It was so hard for him to watch. He was crying for the Israelites that he had tried to save. Why wouldn't they listen? He thought. Jeremiah cried, remembering how hard he had tried to warn the people. "Turn back to God," he told them over and over again. But they ignored him, and they chose to disobey God. Wow. You see the pictures there? Even the children. Oh, goodness. This is old Jeremiah down here. Let's see what's next. There he is. And now the people were being carried off to Babylon to become slaves to the king. But King Nebuchadnezzar spared Jeremiah. The old prophet had one last message for the people. Despite his tears, Jeremiah felt a new hope for the future, and he wanted his friends in Jerusalem to believe his words. "Don't give up hope," Jeremiah urged. "The Lord is good to those who have hope in him. If you truly seek him and wait patiently, God will save you." He is still trying to talk to the people and have them come back to God. The sad and suffering people of Jerusalem needed Jeremiah's words. His tears showed them that he really cared, and his words gave them courage in the years ahead to wait patiently for God. They were waiting for God to rescue them and to return them to their homeland. So there is Jeremiah talking to the people. What is God's message today? God says, "My love for you cannot be measured. It has no beginning and it never ends. I will be faithful to you and love you from one generation to the next and beyond. Reach out to me, for I am right here beside you. Believe in me and have hope." That is a wonderful message. We mustn't forget, God is right beside us. And we've talked about before how God's biggest hope is that you will love him and reach out to him and talk to him. Remember, just a few weeks ago, we were writing a letter to God, or a note, or a song, and we know we should pray to God daily, many times a day. We can shoot a prayer to heaven and know that God is listening to us. And he has exciting plans for you and for me. He looks forward to your future, and he wants you to love him. So remember, he is always beside you. Understand all that, my friends? Are you getting ready for spring? Are you getting ready for spring? I hope so. Well, have a wonderful day. I hope maybe you can run out in your yard and play. I'm not sure it's quite warm enough to jump in the pool yet, but maybe get the hose out and spray the garden and let your bare feet run in the grass and tickle your toes. Thank you so much for listening to our Bible story today. And let's see, who can say the Lord's Prayer for us today? Mitchell, Amelia, how about if you two say the Lord's Prayer? Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
I did it.
Go